Welcome to the Re Godisa Botswana podcast, the podcast that takes a deep dive into Botswana's investment and trade landscape through the BTC lens. Today, we're taking a slightly different approach to how we've been having our conversations lately. We are looking at BTC from an external perspective, and I don't think there's anyone far better to really unpack BTC from how we look from the outside than one of our most seasoned media practitioners, Mr. Dikarabo Ramadubu, who is with the Guardian Group. Hi.
How are you?
Can I call you DK?
Of course, why
like,
not?
you want to go with DK?
I like your hair. It reminds me of my grandmother.
Oh, no, DK, we haven't even started the conversation. I was not expecting you to hit me with that line.
Why not?
Yeah, the hair, it's actually become a part of me nowadays.
And it comes out very nice on television. Get it from me.
I
saw it on TV, BTV last night.
Oh,
when you were in Ulubatse.
Oh my goodness!
I follow you.
Yes, clearly.
Yes. But not you in person. I follow BTC.
You follow BTC.
Yes.
So that means you've been following the roadshow.
Of course.
I was in Ulubatse for the roadshow.
Yes, of course I do.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, that was the last stop for now.
Oh, okay.
We had taken a dedicated approach to really going out and reaching Batswana and engaging and really unpacking BTC for them. 15 locations done and dusted.
And I must say, whoever came out with that kind of a strategy or the thinking, the innovation,
yes,
was really at work. He's someone who has not come here to get a salary,
really,
but to work and serve the nation. It was one of the best things I've ever come across.
Oh, thank
because
you.
I saw the ordinary people mingling with the bourgeois, if you like, or the top class, you know, under one roof. And it was interesting. I attended the first one
at Crystal Lodge.
Crystal Lodge.
Yes.
It was very, very much interesting. I looked at the group. I like those women that the women have now come up. They are now really entrepreneurs.
Yes.
I like those from my home village in Tonota. They are looking at least now beginning to plow or take farming into a massive land of 100 hectares. You can just imagine it's a group. It's a family. They came together, you know, and from their energy to be able to produce for Botswana.
Yes.
You know?
Okay.
This is the feedback I can give you about that.
The roadshow.
The roadshow, yes, of course.
Oh, actually, thank you for that. Thank you. At least, you know, I'm glad because what you've just said really takes me to the question that I had in mind initially, which was how you've been covering BTC over the years and how have you been seeing BTC through your lens and in terms of how we've been engaging over the time.
Difficult question to answer because one tends to be a little bit biased, if you like. BTC, it's one of those organizations, should I say, that have been well thought. You know, the people who are employed in here are the kind of people who are always ready at any minute to be able to serve. If you attend their event, if that is the question, you will never come out the same. There will be so much difference. You get enlightened, you get empowered, you get to learn something very, very new. You get to appreciate if you are an aspiring or you are an entrepreneur. You get to appreciate what you ought to do to improve whatever business we have been into, particularly small-scale businesses.
Yes.
Because for a long time as Botswana, we have ignored small-scale businesses, the SMMEs.
Yeah.
We literally realize that if the money is in the hands of the people, the economy is bound to blossom. So that is part of the credit that I can give to BTC. I know someone will see it differently,
yes.
But such is life. If we all agree, it means we are not thinking.
Very true. Yeah. So when you say the small, so that from a BTC's perspective, you bring to mind Pusha BW,
Yes,
actually.
yes.
And this is you now reflecting on how the impact of Pusha BW.
Yes.
And from just your observations, because I know you've got your ear on the ground, how do you think they're seeing BITC, just outside? How are people seeing BITC's performance, looking at these different initiatives like Pusha BW and so forth?
If you don't believe it,
Yes.
take a walk down the street about 150 kilometers, meters.
Yes.
There is a shop out there, the supermarket.
Yes.
What is the name of the supermarket again?
Square Mart.
Square Mart.
Yes. Yes.
Find out how many of Botswana products are in the shelves.
Yes.
I lived during the era where you would hardly find anything, no matter how you like it, except the ordinary things like maize meal, the flours, which are coming from the bigger factories. Nowadays, if you go there, you'll find one of my favorite drinks, ginger khamere.
In different companies. Yeah.
You'll find Murula palm, which I very much like and I use for brine meat on a very good day. That is what I learned from the other event that I attended from the BTC at Lagras. So there are so many products, not just at Square Mart, but in most of our
local retailers.
But we still need to push for more and more and more. The name is Pusha BW. We need to see. There are some of the products that I don't understand how they are dominating our shelves when Botswana is able to produce for itself.
But I mean, now that we're there, what do you think is limiting Botswana to really take up local products? I mean, the retailers have shown the part that they're playing. I agree with you. We can still do more, but what do you think is limiting Botswana from really taking up local products?
Botswana, we easily give up.
Yeah.
We are not fighters.
Yes.
I think depending, with respect, of course, so much dependence on the government ever since our independence to lately has made us to kind of be the kind of people who will always be waiting to be spoon fed for a lack of a better way. You will come up with a very good product. You approach two retailers to say, here I am, I have a product. They will tell you, come tomorrow. You come tomorrow, they will say, the money is not here, come next week. You give up.
Yes.
How dare you give up on a business that you have spent so much, that you have come up with, and you want to make a living out of it? So until and unless the day where as Botswana would say to ourselves, this is our country and nobody can do it better than us.
Yeah.
But of course, without disregarding or chasing away foreign nationals, because we also have a lot to learn from them. Mind you, they are quite experienced. They've been in business for quite a long time.
They bring unique skill sets.
They bring unique skill sets. We need to learn from each other instead of quickly giving up. You go to there are more than 1,000 different retailers in Botswana. So you can't just, after losing two, and you tell yourself that I'm giving up.
Yeah.
And again, with the respect, of course, I must also say the retailers themselves, they also do not show much respect to Botswana. I met one of the ladies there at the roadshow, the first roadshow, the launch of the roadshows.
Yes.
She was telling me that she used to supply one of the hotels with her products.
Yeah.
For I would not mention her so that I protect both
parties.
Both parties. She was telling me that after having supplied for quite some time, they would take time to pay her. And how do they expect her to make business?
Yeah.
And they will also be complaining, can I have a product like this and this and this? How do you complain after 4 months? You are supposed to pay on monthly basis. On the 90th day, 3 months down the line, somebody says, I cannot continue supplying you unless you pay me. Then you start complaining about your products. That clearly shows gross lack of respect to the very citizenry that you say you are going to invest in and improve their livelihoods.
So we still have gaps.
We still have gaps
to fill
both from the law side of view and our how we want to approach things, not just government,
Yes.
but all of us.
Yes.
We all have part to play one way or the other.
Yes. No, very true. I wanna take you down just to make you think nostalgia a little bit. Like we've been talking about how you've been engaging with BITC, and what have you seen change over the years? You know, or what has stayed consistent as you've been engaging with BITC, and you've been also watching us from the outside.
What has stayed consistent is BITC is an office,
Yes.
not a person. If the chief executive is not here for whatever reason, business continues as usual. If the chairperson of the board is not here, business continues as usual. If the cleaner is not here or the receptionist, business continues as usual.
Yes.
All the stuff as if they are grilled every morning or at the end of the business. They know what to do. They know who is a customer. They know who brings bread into their table. They fully appreciate that their duty is to bring investors into Botswana.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be misleading myself or being economic with the truth if I were to say all is okay. There's still room to improve because in any case, such is life. I had a maths teacher when I was still a student at secondary. You will never get 100%. If you were very closer, you start finding faults and then putting in his red pen until he goes to 98 or 97 or whatever.
True.
And he used to annoy me, but as I was growing up, I began to appreciate what he was trying to say.
Yes.
He was trying to give this message. If you get 100% every day, there will be no room for you to improve. Because there is no number beyond 100%.
Yes.
So that's what BITC needs to do. Different faces, but the people fully understand their mandate.
Yes.
Giving an example, I got very closely with BITC during the time of our late brother Reginald. May his soul rest in peace.
Yes.
And then when God decided to take him back home, after answering that a call, there was somebody else who came into his place.
Yes.
You pick up a phone even at 8 p.m. while you are in the middle of writing a story, because I get paid to write stories. He won't tell you, it's rather too late, I'm enjoying.
Get chai seats.
Get chai seats. He'll be able to help you. Or you will say, let me get Bonalo or Tuso or whoever to give you that kind of information, because I don't want to mislead you.
Yes.
Yes.
And you did say that it's not 100% and it can never be 100%. But when you go back with that red pen and find those gaps, where do you think those gaps are? Just from from what we've been doing over the years, where do you think we can tweak it?
And this is what is happening to any organization, even to our dear selves.
Yes.
When you are successful, you tend to forget how did I get there?
Yeah.
What am I doing right? What ought to be improved?
Yes.
Where are the gaps? You tend to bask in the limelight, or I'm better and so.
I'm doing great here and there. Yes.
The best years to come, good is not good enough.
Yes.
Yes, that's why they are saying good, better, best. So when you are good, go for better.
Yes.
And when you are better, go for best.
Go for best.
And when you say, like the old musicians, they used to produce an album, the best of so and so.
Oh, yeah.
And then when we thought now it is the end of they've reached their summit.
New album.
Then they come up with the album, the very best of. So
very true. And then remixes of the very best of.
And the remixes of the very best of. So you should
true.
also be doing that.
Yes.
What is it that I have done right? What ought to be improved?
Yes.
What are the people saying out there?
100%.
And then not necessarily going back to the old-fashioned way of where you send the questionnaires on the street, and at times you will find the piece of paper that you send out in your dustbin, if not at the top of your roof.
Yes,
and you wonder how it came out there. So reach out. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Reach out as much as possible. If you look at the generation of today, my sons, your daughters, your grandsons, and all those things, they are they are technology literate.
Yes.
So each and every time they get the gadget, they are looking for something that is challenging. And if you don't appeal to them as an organization, forget it.
That is very true, actually. We basically move into the digital space, really capitalize on these new digital innovations that have come up. Okay, now, you know, our main role, or the main role of BITC, plays more in the economic space. And we talk about FDI, we talk about domestic investment, we talk about so many things. We work with so many partners. From where you are sitting, has BITC really played its part in the economic space as we would expect it to be?
Yeah. First of all, let me give you the public perceptions.
Yes. Let me hear the public perceptions.
Rightly so. When you travel a lot using the taxpayers' money, they will question the number of the trips that you have made and what is in there for them.
Yes.
They expect that if you go to London today, and tomorrow you are in Canada, and then you go to Lagos. When you come back upon landing, they should see some kind of
a building going up.
A building going up.
Yes.
You need to explain to them each and every time you come. We met so and so. That's what they are saying. Looking at the projections, looking at our discussions, we have signed a memorandum of agreement, or we still have to do whatever it is in place for them to be able to understand the value for their money for that kind of a trip. That is what an organization like yours could do, should be doing. But in all fairness, we have done almost all that one can do. You are known, you have appealed. I will never forget the Dubai show. Was it in 2022?
2021, Expo 2020.
Yes. When did it take place? Was it in 2022?
It took place in 2021 because of COVID. Yes, COVID. 2020 was shut down, so when they reopened in 2021, that's when it took place. Yeah.
So it was a 6 months long event. Yes. Where it started with the ministers and all different type of delegations and all those. Yes. So people were questioning, what exactly do we stand to get in here?
I remember those questions.
Until the last, towards the 6th month, where the president visited, and there was also the diamond show. One of our best diamonds were put in display. We started seeing the sheikhs showing interest coming into the BIT show, and I believe now there is some movement between Botswana and Dubai. People are looking for that kind of a thing. They want quick, not just quick, but very, very quick results. Yes, they want to see ourselves creating employment, that every trip must be able to bring in not just results, but very good results. Okay. So you have reached out, you have met almost everyone that you intended to meet. You still go out and appeal. Yeah. But what you should remember is, I'm sure you saw that during the expo in Dubai. Yeah. You should remember that nowadays we are competing even with ourselves, with our neighbor, and we are competing for the same products. Yes. If you look at tourism, gone are the days when you can say, come to Botswana, you'll see an elephant, you'll see a lion, you'll see this. Yes. The only thing that is unique about it is the Delta, but how now do we package ourselves? How as BITC do you help tourism, or do you work in tandem with BTO to say, this is how we are going to package ourselves? The other day there was a debate in Parliament, and I found it very interesting. They were talking about whether to allow or not to allow the self-drives into the Delta. Both sides were arguing very well, and I must commend all the 5 MPs from the Delta area, because they spoke very, very well. Yes. But I like the response that was also given by the minister. Yes. To say, to the self-drives, it is an adventure.
Yes, it
When they're
is.
stuck in the bush, we think we might be protecting them if we were to give them a tour guide. But they like that.
They do.
They buy this expensive cars to go and drive in there. He comes with the wife or the
Yes,
girlfriend
yes,
or whoever
yes.
it is. And
Sometimes the whole family.
sometimes the whole family. When they get stuck in there, to them it's adventure. Some of them would like to produce a movie or they want to write a book.
Yes.
And if we dare dream to say they should make them, we should give them someone to accompany them. What we are actually doing is we are going to be crowding their space.
Yes.
And they would not like that.
Yes.
And what will they do? The next day they'll be in another country. Because we are sharing the same products.
Interesting perspective, because another angle to that is they also make content for social media.
Precisely.
A lot of them have got YouTube channels. I mean, I've seen aspects of the Okavango Delta just from following some of these content creators that are on YouTube. And Kuri, I now know how Third Bridge looks like.
Yeah.
I know Third Bridge, I know Mohoto, and I haven't been there yet. I still want to go there. But these guys, there's some who come to Botswana 2 or 3 times
Precisely.
in a year,
Precisely.
because they like that experience.
Yes.
And I not to take a position, but I would say let them be, because it's their own curated trips and they curate this content, and they will say they love coming to Botswana.
Yes.
And when you're a nation brander, it works. You like to see that, because that adds positive value to the country brand. It also adds positive value to the tourism sector. Those people get to experience and enjoy, and they come with more people.
Exactly. We should give them space. We should give them the freedom.
Yes.
But all we can do, the best we can do, is also to monitor their content and to be able to counter it. Because I've seen 1 or 2 that were slightly out of the way.
Oh.
And some of them will take a picture and claim it was taken in another country, where I could just tell this is the same tree I was under the other day ago. So, and you don't know how to do it as an individual to be able to say, you are mistaken. This is Botswana, not such and such a country.
That is very true. That is a key thing to say. We need to own our narrative again.
Exactly.
We need to take back our narrative.
Exactly.
But when I listen to you speak as well, especially when you talk about how we go out there to attract investment, it makes me wonder, are we then not communicating enough and explaining enough how FDI, especially FDI, is attracted? Does it mean there's a gap there?
Certainly we are. But let us also admit one thing.
Yes.
As a country, Batswana re batho ba boy. Ga re batle go bonwa hale. Ikete let's do this. Wa bona ha tsena mo lapeng. My grandson or my nephew or my niece, he comes in, "Hi uncle, how are you doing?" Nna ke tsena go malome, "Mela malome. Le kae? Le teng. Le buile le nko morakeng." By the time wa araba yalo, my nephew is already with her cousins.
Yes, gone.
Enjoying themselves elsewhere, either in the backyard or on the street.
They've moved on.
They've moved on. We should also do the same.
True.
We live in a modernized world. We must be. We must increase our speed on how we do things.
Yes.
We are doing well, but not well enough.
Not well enough.
So we need to be pushing so hard and hard and hard.
So we need to go harder.
We need to go harder. This way we also need to start employing the youth. Inexperienced as they are, you will guide them, those who are experienced enough, because they have fresh legs. They can run longer.
Yes.
I can run 42 kilometers, but I'll be much slower than somebody who is still competing, who is still running, who is making marathon running a living, making a living out of marathon running. I'm running for fun and to get a medal and to see one more in the back. Like,
for you, it's just for fun.
What is the language that they when we see another one in the back?
Yes.
Yeah, you see. So that's what we need to do in my view.
No, I hear you. We just need to go harder. We just need to put, so the message is out there, but we just need to push it harder.
We just need to
and
push
get
it
them
harder.
to understand more and not be shy about our conversations and not be shy about what we do on a day-to-day basis. I fully agree. And then with regards to our partnerships, I don't know if you've observed the way BTC, because BTC has really gone on that drive to work. I mean, the road show that has just ended standard that we were talking about earlier, we worked very closely with Ministry of Local Government through the councils. They came through for us immensely. They helped us with coordination in the different regions that we're going through. The retailers came on board. We've really been trying to strengthen, and obviously our stakeholders, Leah and Seda, Bobs, and so forth. But do you think we're doing enough with capitalizing on our stakeholders, or there's more that we can do from our partnerships perspective?
Honestly speaking, it's not about BTC, BITC doing enough.
Yes.
It's about us as a country. Are we doing enough individually, collectively, in the workplace, the government, and all those? One of the weakest links for us as Botswana, for the government over the years to the present day, is there's been so many duplication.
Yes.
You will find one ministry, for argument's sake, local government doing this. You find that you're doing a program, the same program, it does exist in other ministries.
Yes.
The time has come to relook at ourselves and to put all those things together.
Yeah.
If it is not possible, then whatever they are doing, we should be able to do it as a unit called Botswana. We should learn to embrace and appreciate what my neighbor is doing, as long as we are doing it for the country. So it is beyond BITC. Yes, BITC could go to those closed meetings and argue, this is my duty.
Yes.
But if you are to say so, somebody else will say, Lena, it is also my duty. This is my mandate, rather not the duty. This is my mandate.
Okay.
So if you tell me that, I'm also on to my mandate. The other day I had one of the directors when he was responding to a question that was asked at one of the PAC, the just ended PAC meetings, where the accounting officer mentioned something like Ghana, the directors, they also have the mandate.
Yes.
They are entitled to take certain decisions without necessarily going to seek for approval from anybody above.
Yes.
So if a director has taken a decision and you were to ask them, or why did you do that? He pulls up a file and show you the mandate.
True that, yes.
And what do you do under that circumstances? They
were justified.
Yeah, they were justified.
Yes.
But is that the way we should be doing it at government level or at any organization level? The time has come for CEO to know what the cleaner is doing, what the cleaner is going across on each day. Are they happy to be cleaning those offices? What are the challenges that they are seeing? And the cleaner must also be able to appreciate that each time when I see the director in here, I'm not seeing my boss. My boss is someone out there in the street. I am cleaning for the person outside who is coming now to see the chief executive officer. And that way you'll be able to appreciate that indeed we are working together, we understand each other, we understand what has to do.
Yes.
At times you go to some organizations where you get in there, when you are by the reception, Dumela Rakana Dumela Dumela. Then somebody continues doing their job.
Done with you.
If they are typing, they are done with you. And you really wonder, will I be able to get help? And here you are, you have come to seek help, you have come to seek direction before you could come to engage.
Yes.
And then you are turned down. So people must appreciate their roles, that we play different roles. But together there is one office called BITC, there is one office called such and such a ministry. You know, that way as Botswana will be going somewhere. And that's what is being done in some of the countries that we always go to what is the right way? I don't want to say to benchmark. To benchmark, I almost say to copy from them. To benchmark, you know.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
You know, when you speak like that, you remind me of a campaign that Brand Botswana once had called For Me for BW.
Yes.
Which is basically driving that awareness to say, as Botswana, we should be cognizant of the whole country.
Yes.
And the role that you play. So, you know, that campaign was critical for showing people that every role you play is critical. And that's exactly what you've just unpacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming to look at it, if you realize it, painful as it was for the majority of the citizenry, the Batswana,
Yeah.
you realize that each and every one of us has learned something from COVID.
Oh, yes.
Yes. That quarantining where we stayed in the house and we appreciated one or two people always roaming the street while Rona we were closed in there, were given permits.
Yeah.
We also began to realize that there is something that I can do.
Yes,
And
very true.
If we can tap in from what we have learned as individuals and as a country,
Yes.
for sure we'll be able to go a step ahead.
Yeah.
Remember, diamonds are not forever.
No, I think that was
Diamonds are not forever, if I were to borrow someone's phrase.
Yes.
You know?
That was I think that's a very tough lesson that we're learning.
We need to diversify. Diamonds are not selling for now, but it will come up.
They will come back eventually.
They will come back eventually. Now I believe Botswana is a blessed country. It has been ordained by God. Whatever has gone wrong, God will be able to replace it at any given time, you know. So
100%.
Sooner than later, those people, they will come back and buy our diamonds. After all, they are diamonds. They are real diamonds.
They're real diamonds, natural diamonds. Yes.
God-given, not those laboratory made, you know.
You know, you're right. I think, you know, just to add to what you're saying earlier, that we need to see our country as an ecosystem and how we approach it. Let's all see our role and then play that ecosystem. And it's not just about the officers. As you said, it's also about the individual on the street. It's about every one of us playing a role to push our country forward. Like I said, it reminds me of, for BW, that's exactly what that message was carrying.
So, was it last year or early this year? There was a son of the soil, I think he's a Ghanaian, that many people think he's crazy, who goes by the name of Woodmeyer. He will irritate you. He will do anything.
I love his content.
But I'll tell you, his content is able to sell any country.
Yes, Woodmeyer, and he goes to the core of the country.
Exactly.
Yes.
And he's very, very, very original.
Yes.
Whatever he does, his content, he initiates it by himself.
Yes.
He'll go to a place, any place, eat out there and tell you the content of that very meal that he's eating.
And he's intentional about showcasing Africa.
And as Africans, we should be engaging each other. I am not advocating for him. I have never met him. I've seen him from a distance.
Yes.
If we engage each other at that level, we'll be able to sell Africa elsewhere. One day when I was in Nigeria, I met this Nigerian guy. The first question that he asked me is, "You guys, why are you so cruel to our animals?
How?
Why are you killing our animals at such a rate?" I just said, for your own information, Botswana is a member of CITES.
Yes.
And at CITES, we are allowed to cull only 400 elephants per annum. And we have more than 300,000 elephants roaming the street. Have you met an elephant? Have you seen an elephant? Have you ever driven in a road that is full of elephants? As I speak to you now, the elephant is busy on somebody's farm. An old woman who doesn't even have children.
Yes.
She makes livelihoods out of plowing maize. And as I speak, the elephant is already there running. Who is cruel between us and elephants? Why do you want elephants to be having more rights than us people? When they cannot talk, when they cannot think. Yes, we appreciate them. But let us also, these are the kind of things that we should also be.
Yes, very true.
Be looking at,
True. That is very true.
That is when we sell ourselves. Because at no given time has Botswana managed to kill or to carry the very far to reach the quota, the maximum quota.
We
always fall far below that.
Yes,
You know?
and we and I think that's another conversation that we need to have with regards to Botswana's success stories that we need to be really putting out there. Because for us to have so many elephants is a sign of a conservation success story. Although at times it comes back to bite us with all the different cases of human wildlife conflicts that we have. And it's something that as we were going around on the road shows, it really came out. In areas where they've got a lot of elephants, it did come out that the impact is there. Nobody's saying kill the elephants, but they're saying we do have this challenge here that we need to look at as well. Just to divert us a little bit, you're a seasoned media practitioner. Now I need
Thank
to
you
know
for the compliment. Seasoned.
how else can I put it, veteran?
No, anyhow, it's okay.
Now, how do you see BITC in terms of its engagement or relationship with the media? How is that from your perspective?
A typical example is I'm here.
Yes.
I am here.
Okay.
I did not invite myself. I cannot claim to be representing the media, but I am one of them. You have information to share.
Yes.
You have enhanced my work. I've earned respect, if at all it was respect or criticism. That is the nature of life. From writing stories that I got from here. And VITC is one of those organizations where I am positive that if you need a story, you'll be able to come here and you'll get helped.
Yes.
I could not help it when I visited that power plant. It was on a Saturday near Bobonong, where my in-laws are, and I realized that it is producing 3 megawatts and it's feeding directly into the power station, the sub power station for BPC.
Yes.
And I said to myself, I need to write about this. But when I got to the gate, I was told, no, we cannot. We are not even allowing you permission to enter.
Oh.
Because our guys are now based in South Africa. Yes. You need to talk to South Africa first for you to be able to come here. All I needed was to see how big the plant is and what does it have and all those. Then I'll be able to do a story on my own.
Yes.
That is selling Botswana. How Botswana now it's doing at its best to utilize the sun that we have, the God-given sun, because the sunlight, because we have not been utilizing it to the maximum. And this can be able to create an employment. And you are told by a relatively young person that you need to contact someone in Johannesburg. He or she could not even see the need out of the gadgets called a cell phone that he has been given by his employer to be able to say, I have so and so here. Can I let him in or talk to him so that we can answer him?
Understand what's going on.
Understand what is going on. And that is one of the moments where I thought of BITC. I said, is this plant under BITC or not? If it was under BITC, for sure I would call now. And in fact, I did make an attempt to call Mr. K. And I realized that, by the way, he's out of the country on official engagement. So you see what I've said says a lot. Your relationship with the media, it is great.
Yes.
We need to continue going that way. One of the things that come into my mind was the retreat. Was it last year?
Yes.
Where we went to some place out there called Le Gras.
Yes.
Yes.
Lemongrass.
Yes. It was an interesting outing. Very much refreshing. There was the official aspect.
Yes.
Where we learned, we were given information that we could use for our publications. And VITC had also invited not that the best chef in Botswana, but one of the best chefs in the world. Our own Seiletso. You know, this is the kind of a guy who has graced many occasions, serving the president, the head of state in big organizations all over the world. You know, and we were given an opportunity to learn how to cook with him. Wasn't that refreshing?
Yeah.
Today, as I speak, it's one of those meals that I could go by myself without having sought for permission from my wife, and I buy the ingredients. And when I come back on a Saturday afternoon, I'll be able to produce that meal.
You have learned.
It was a real
something.
lesson, and I learned from the BITC through this good relationship and engagement. It was supposed to have been official, but now it turned into the other side of life, you know.
Yes.
And that's what makes it easier for you to be approachable.
Yeah.
That's what makes it easier for one to always say, if I need a story or if I need to get confirmation, I could phone so and so, disregarding the minute and the hour where I would be doing that kind of a story, because most of our stories we do them after hours.
That's very true.
In media, there is no time to say get chai seats.
No,
otherwise how chase the khandi tsamaile social media ta go heta mo tseleng ka bone ba di tsena di khandi mo batho
thata. You know, they tell go panic di mimi di go sile
so e be ra o kwala e be wa tsenya ena mo mimi gore e ne ntse re letse ka pampiri.
I get it. DK, that was such an insightful conversation. I mean, half of the things I didn't even have in mind, but it was so enlightening. And I would like to fast to chat some more one day, maybe in another couple of years, a couple of months, and then you can give us to say from the last we spoke, I have seen this improvement. Because like you say, there's always an area of improvement, and we take that.
But while we are still there, there was a question that you wanted to ask that has something to do with
Which question do I want to ask you now?
The very last question.
I was trying to dodge that question.
No. Just ask it, because that's the one I saw when I was sitting in here. I just said I'll be ready to answer this one.
Okay, let me just ask it to you then to say, I would like for you to just sum up BITC's journey, our evolution over the years, and if you could do it in one sentence or just an image that comes into mind.
Yes. Copied from somewhere, because now I read lots of books.
Yes.
I read lots of books, I read lots of quotations, and I read, you know, and unfortunately this one I don't know who is the originator of this quotation. And it says, I quote,
yes,
"You are like a baobab tree growing from a spelling into a powerful, deeply rooted symbol. Its branches now connecting to global trade routes, industries, and innovation hub." That is how I sum it.
Oh.
And immediately when you saw me, I was having my cell phone. Immediately when I saw your question, I started Googling, because I once saw it somewhere else. And I must make it very clearly that it is copied from somewhere.
Yes.
But this is the best summary I could do about.
The best way to describe us.
Yes.
I couldn't end it on a better note.
Yes.
I nearly denied us that very insightful. I could not end it on a better note. Thank you very much, DK, for your insights.
Yes.
And we hope to have you back one day soon so we can unpack even more. I think I would like to talk about our road shows more, how you've experienced them and how you've been seeing them over time, especially the insights you grabbed from that.
Yes.
But for today, I couldn't ask for more from you.
Okay.
And I want to just say thank you for joining us today. That was the Re Godisa Botswana podcast. I can't say that closing line blew me away. You'll see it somewhere. I'm going to use it somewhere, I promise. If you want to learn more about BITC, follow us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook, it's Botswana Investment and Trade Center. On Instagram, it's Go Botswana 1. And on X, formerly known as Twitter, it's Go_Botswana. And please do make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on more of our very insightful content. And this is me saying goodbye.
Thank you.